Firoozkooh is another city within the province of Tehran. But even to the locals, Firoozkooh is just another city they have to pass when traveling to the north. But don't do what the locals do. Next time you're near Firoozkooh, make sure you do come down to the city and enjoy the historical and natural attractions it has to offer. Firoozkooh, of the many counties of the province of Tehran located in the northwestern part of the province, is well known for its riverbanks, freshwater lakes, and several mineral springs. Accompanied by an unparalleled nature, Firoozkooh is a mountainous region considered the paramount destination for summer breaks. Refreshing summers and harsh winters are the main climatic characteristics of this area.
نگین فیروزه‌ای استان تهران یعنی فیروزکوه. شهرستان ما دهمین شهر خوش آب و هوای دنیاست. ما آثار تاریخی فراوانی داریم. یعنی 160 آثار تاریخی ثبت شده داریم. 40 تا 50 هزار نفر در ماه آمار توریستمونه. اینجا امنیت بسیار کاملی داره. نشانه اینه که مردمش مردم خوبی هستند، مردم مقیدی هستند و مهمان پذیر.
The existence of historical monuments and architectural attractions in this area reflects the ancient civilization of Firoozkooh. The existence of historic buildings, castles, towers, and many fortifications here is evidence of this claim. But the main wonders of this area are hidden not in the city, but beyond everlasting roads within villages that have the right amount of nature's fundamental elements: mountains, trees, underneath the vault of heaven. All of these help create unforgettable memories for travelers and sightseers.
اسم این روستا به نام مزداران بوده. مزداران از 3 بخش مز، دا و ران تشکیل شده، یعنی محل نگهداری مردان بزرگ. الان دارای 113 خانوار ثابت در زمستان.
Yazd Province is an ancient village with pre-Islamic origins in the region of Firoozkooh. The people here speak Farsi with a sweet Mazani accent, which is mainly spoken in the northern province of Mazandaran. This village with centuries of civilization is one of the oldest in the region, and the remnants of the old houses here are proof of its antiquity. Around the village of Mazdaran remains the ruins of ancient monuments and buildings, but there's only one building still standing, the Yazd Tower, whose main purpose was to watch over the village and its people. This rock tower, dating back to the Timurid dynasty, built with rocks, stones, and plaster, is located on the top of a hill overseeing the village and has an octagonal figure. The architectural decorations within the tower are in the form of arcs.
بودن شاید 95 سال تا 100 سال قدمت داره که نیروهای کارگری با دست از تهران تا گرگان ادامه دادن. خوردنی‌های این منطقه بیشتر گردو، زردآلو، میوه‌های درختی هستش.
Thanks to its geographical location, Mazdaran, located within this vast valley, takes advantage of numerous rivers, which help it coat the village with a lush green landscape. Its mild climate has also adorned the area with fruit orchards, fruit trees, and shrubs.
باغ همه گردوه نه یه سری تو جیب منه جمع کردم. گردوهایی داریم که گردوهای کاغذی درشت، هر 10 کیلو گردو با پوست اینا میشکنیم 7 کیلو مغز میگیریم ازش. چون درختو شیمیایی ما نمیدیم، درختو کود حیوانی.
سم هم زیاد نمیزنیم. باغم اگر 4 تا سیبم داره الانم بذاری تا 2 برج بعد زید هر جا میام. من خودم اصلا سردخونم ندارم، تو انبارام تا 72 روز بعد زید داشتم میرفتم مکه، همون سیب خودم آوردم مرکز.
When planning to travel to this magnificent region, you may think that one day will be enough. But when you get here and find yourself wandering with this awe-inspiring beauty and welcoming people, you will surely decide to extend your trip to enjoy all this county has to offer with its unknown corners and hidden jewels. But do not forget, there are always new places to discover. Signing off for the Iran program, I'm Ali Rashid.
The construction of minarets in Iran during the Islamic era was inspired by the watchtowers and fortlets built between two borders, with a violet at the top to determine the respective frontier, or built on travelers' routes to guide passengers and caravans to their destinations. In the early Islamic centuries, a new function was added to these structures, and they were used for adhan, or calling to prayer. And even though they were linked to mosques or buildings that were considered to be religious or sacred, minarets were still under the influence of pre-Islamic architecture and were thus lone, isolated structures. The Seljuk period can be regarded as the height of minaret construction in Iran. Architecturally, this period may be characterized as the age of the baked brick, a time when that particular medium attained prominence undreamed of before or ever since, and the Safavid period gave birth to some of the finest expressions of brickwork design that can still be found in the surviving minarets from the time. Abarkooh is a city formed on the outskirts of a desert in Yazd Province in Iran, a place where history plainly and yet beautifully recounts its tales. As you walk through the streets, something will definitely catch your attention in each and every corner. Along one of the streets of the city, you can feast your eyes on two tall minarets erected on an old mud brick portal. These are the Nizamiya minarets, invaluable heritage from a rather prosperous era, the Safavid period. The face of these minarets have been adorned with beautiful turquoise tiles that spell Allahu Akbar in Kufi script, meaning God is the greatest. The construction of this precious monument has been attributed to a dignitary of the 14th century, Nizamul-Mulk Abarkooh, built at a time when this area had a mosque, a school, and a bazaar. An additional use the minarets had, especially the pair minarets of mosques, was that people could determine the direction of the Qibla from a distance by drawing a hypothetical line that passed between the two minarets, crossing the top of the mosque's dome. We leave this magnificent architecture and the crowds of its surrounding streets for a destination unique, solitary, and strong, just like the mountain it stands upon that promises the whisper of many historic tales, even from afar. Gumbad Ali, or the Great Dome, is one of the most beautiful tomb towers in the country, built on a natural hill, an octagonal structure built on a square stone platform. The materials used in this building are natural stones with mortar that have made the building so robust that even after more than 1,000 years and successive earthquakes, it still looks intact and stable, firm in its place. It is said that a man from a large tribe during the 10th and the 11th centuries, known as Firoozkooh, built a tomb in memory of his mother and father on top of a white mountain in hope of making their name and memory immortal. You can spot the dome from anywhere in Abarkooh, and from the tower's vantage point, you can easily see all of Abarkooh at your feet. The height of this magnificent stony structure is 22 meters and the thickness of its dome wall is 2 meters. The most interesting thing you can find inside the mausoleum is a beautiful brick inscription at the foot of the dome, the engravings of which are no longer legible. Inside the dome there is a crypt, the entrance to which is in front of the entrance of the dome.
بنای 1000 ساله گنبد عالی، بنایی رازگونه که با مواد و متریالی بسیار غیر متعارف یعنی سنگ در شهر کویری ساخته شده و اینکه چگونه 1000 سال پیش عده‌ای از شمال کشور به مرکز کشور مهاجرت میکنند و این بنا رو با این عظمت و با این اصرار و دقت بر روی تپه‌ای مشرف به شهر و از عمد میسازند که کاملا مشخص باشه. بسیار رازگونه هست.
In this beautiful sunset with Mother Nature set on sprinkling gold and red sparkles on the canvas of our memories from Abarkooh, I'd like to ask you to lend your ear to the glorious history of this land and try to hear its stories firsthand, for we will never be able to narrate all that we experience on our trips, no matter how much time we might have.